This week on the SheerLuxe podcast, Maya and I are joined by a very special guest.
Isn't it weird? I usually do this myself on my Instagram and I get to choose the question, but now you're choosing them for me.
We talk all things fashion, hair, beauty, career, and get all the I'm a Celeb goss.
I did a trial that wasn't aired.
Oh, yeah.
Like a whole trial.
Oh, wow. Why didn't
that?
they show it?
Because it all went wrong.
As well as the celeb gossip that we are seeing all over TikTok right now. Pitbull will be on Heidi Montag's
This is
new
what
single.
Spencer's campaigning for
Wow.
on TikTok.
Plus, we answer a very juicy dilemma. So do subscribe if you haven't already and keep watching. Welcome to the SheerLuxe podcast with me, Charlotte Collins. This week, I'm joined by Mia Luckie and a very special guest, Love Island alum. I'm a celeb alum.
Oh.
Alum of lots of things these days.
I'll take it.
Maura Higgins. Welcome, Maura.
Thank you for having me.
It's so nice to have you. Before we get started, I should say, please do subscribe if you're not already subscribing. It really, really does help us out. So if you like what you hear today, then do hit that subscribe button. Let's start with what we're wearing. Maura, what are you wearing?
Ooh, okay. So I'm wearing like blazer and shorts. I'm loving brown at the moment.
Yeah.
That set is from De Savary.
Yeah.
Have a top by Zara, belt is Reese, tights are Casadonia by, I think it's the Kendall Jenner range.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know the brown tights and they have that dark bit at the top.
Oh, yeah,
These
yeah.
ones don't, and I hate that.
That reminds me of school.
Yeah.
Like, that is
showing
so
your
school.
gussets.
Where your skirt was so short, that little black thing would be peeking out
Oh my
the
God, it's
bottom.
so annoying.
Yeah.
And obviously the really short shorts are in at the moment with tights, so you can't have that. And then my boots are Diatico.
They're
They're stunning.
amazing.
They're old
Yeah.
season,
But
but,
they're
I live in them.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really
So
good.
nice.
Maya?
I've got my trusty Abercrombie jeans on as always.
You love
I
your
feel like I wear them 5 days a
Abercrombie
week. H&M, leather, like blazer, Abercrombie top actually, and my boots are Anthropologie.
I'm in Reformation cashmere, which, like, I swear to God is the softest cashmere in the whole world. Feel it?
Oh yeah, it is nice.
Like, so cozy. This scarf thing is by Millie Berger. Jeans are Zara. Shoes are June. I really commend you for your outfit
Yeah.
effort today because
this is
it's
so not
cold.
a January outfit.
Yeah,
You're
It's
giving-
not really,
No.
but you know what? The suede is so warm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So I can get away with it.
Yeah, I
amazing.
feel like we need to take some of this energy into our January outfits. We're going to do things a bit differently to normal and start with reader questions for you, Maura, because we had
Okay.
so many in, and then we'll launch into what we've been up to. I'm going to just select at random.
Isn't
and
it weird? I
quickfire.
usually do this myself on my Instagram and I get to choose the question, but now you're choosing them for me.
I know.
And I'm like starting to sweat.
You'll be fine. Apparently, there were some requests for your feet, but we cut those out. So
Oh my God, just look up the
Apparently.
Daily Mail. They posted one of my bunions the other day and I was like, cheers, Daily Mail.
how did they find that?
I was coming out of the gym and for some reason I was in a pair of flip-flops.
And they zoomed in on
In
your feet.
-1. They zoomed in because they were talking about Maura's wearing flip-flops, but I was in the spa and my socks were wet from the gym and I didn't want to put the stinky socks on and I was only going home.
Yeah, no, fair. You don't have to
Vultures,
justify it.
vultures.
Leave my bunions alone.
For you. Okay, well, that's where you can find her feet, for those
Yeah.
asking. We can go straight in with career. Somebody has said, what is your favourite memory from the jungle that never got aired? We should say you're relatively fresh out of the I'm a Celeb
Yeah.
jungle.
Although it's weird. It feels like it's so long ago
Does
now.
it?
It's weird. Favorite memory that wasn't aired? I mean, I have a lot of memories, but they wouldn't be my favorite. Like I did a trial that wasn't aired.
Oh, yeah.
Like a whole trial.
Oh
Why didn't
wow,
they
why
have
didn't
that?
they show it?
Because it all went wrong and there was only a minute left. All the machines kept breaking and we were alive and then there was a minute left and they were like, we have to change the whole trial. But I don't know about favourite memory that...
Do you have favourite memories from the experience?
Oh yeah, I do. Like there was so many good things. Like, and I mean, everyone in there was just incredible. So I obviously have a lot of memories, but... I'm trying to think like off my head like that wasn't aired because I don't really know what was aired. I've not watched it back.
I was going to say, did
not.
you watch it
Like
back?
obviously
No.
I've seen clips on social media, but yeah, I've not sat down to watch it. And I don't feel like I want to because I want to remember the experience.
Yeah, that's fair.
The way I've lived it.
Yeah.
And then if there's things that kind of look a bit different on screen, I'm just, I
Yeah,
don't
it'll
know, it
taint
might
it.
change my,
I think that of all the things, the thing I would struggle with most is the lack of fake tan. Like, how was that? Because I think I would find
Well,
that so hard.
I thought, okay, how am I going to do this show without my fake tan and without makeup and curl cream because my hair is a bush. Weirdly, I didn't care about any of that. When you're in there and you don't have a mirror,
Yeah.
it's a bit like, well, I don't know what I look like, so you just don't care.
So do you never see yourself ever?
No.
Wow.
We had like bars of soap in this steel little container, but it was really hard to see yourself. But sometimes you'd get a bit of a look
like
and
a
you'd
soapy
go,
version.
better off not looking. I think the main thing I missed was skincare.
Okay.
Like a bit of face moisturizer wouldn't have gone
you can't
astray.
have any of that in there.
None.
Wow.
So,
Although people did.
oh, how?
GK Barry had skincare.
How does she do that?
Because I think she was on certain skincare for her skin
Fine.
before she went in. So she used to go to see the medic every day and she would get to use her skincare. And I am so annoyed that I
didn't
just
think of
didn't
it.
tell them that I have, because I get perioral dermatitis a lot. So I should have just told them that and then they would have
should.
given me some face cream.
You've had the full element suite.
I know.
Gutted.
Yeah, so I was gutted about that because your face does get, my skin gets very, very dry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have loved that.
Are you allowed lip balm?
No. If you want lip balm, you could put a bit of like, you have this really, it's a terrible body lotion. It's disgusting. You can put that on your lips, but God love you if you lick your lips.
One that they give you, like they give you a body.
Yeah, it's vile. The lotion was the SPF and then there was an insect repellent. Okay. Disgusting. So the insect repellent actually attracted the insects and everything that landed on you stuck to you because it was like a really thick oil.
So literally the opposite of what it's supposed to do.
And then
It catches.
we
Catches for one big sticky blind.
we actually realised we got bitten less if we just didn't use the insect repellent. So yeah.
It's actually like properly slumming it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I thought it was all
hardcore.
kind of half real, half not
No.
real, but it really is.
Because, you know, I had so many DMs afterwards and people were like, did you get fed on the side? And I was literally like, no, you don't get anything.
No, it's so
Like,
cruel.
you're starving in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad. Someone has said favourite memory from Love Island that never got it. Did you ever watch that back?
No, but I've seen a lot because obviously a lot of clips come up all the time.
Is there an outstanding moment?
Okay. This probably wasn't aired because it probably would have been a bit like, okay, that girl needs to be taken out of there. I got really angry one day and I went into the dressing room and I pulled one of the wardrobes off its hinges
Oh my gosh.
with anger. Like, I don't look that strong, do
no,
I?
I
But
respect
I
that.
did it with anger and I got in trouble. And then I think there was another night where I lay on the floor of the dressing room and I refused to go to bed and they couldn't finish filming because I wouldn't go to sleep because I was in a tantrum.
But what do they do in a scenario like that? Just
Well,
leave
all
you there
the
and tell them,
producers
like,
will come in and stand over you and say, get up more. And I'd be like, no. But yeah, I was
Causing
just,
trouble.
yeah, a little bitch.
Love that. Someone has said, what is your advice for getting over heartbreaks?
I think prioritize yourself, talk to people, like don't bottle it in. It's always good to have someone to talk to, like a best friend or whatever. And I would probably say force yourself to like put on a bit of makeup and get out because you feel worse when you're just stuck in your house looking like shit and eating shit as well because that it doesn't make you feel good. So I would say like forcing yourself, like it's always nice to have a friend that pushes you to do that. That's what I definitely do with my friends and it does help. And even at the time you don't want to, I think the best thing to do is just believe that something like heartbreak, it might feel like it's the end of the world, but you do get over it and time is the biggest healer.
I keep seeing a trend on TikTok, people talking about follow the plan, not your feelings, which I really like.
Oh,
As in
that's
like,
good.
yeah,
Like,
so if you
check
just
back.
exactly like
Yeah.
if you don't want to like go out for the run or put your makeup on or whatever, forget how you're feeling. Just remember like that was the plan and just do it anyway.
And all these heartbreaks, like they make you so much stronger as well, I think. Even at the time, you're like, my God, how am I going to get over this? It's like, actually, you're going to look back and you're going to go, what did I see in that person?
So true.
You know?
So true. See the positives in it.
Yeah.
Who are you closest with from the jungle on the outside?
Oh my God. Well, we're all in a group chat.
I was going to say, is there a
that's
thriving
so
WhatsApp?
fun.
Yeah,
Love
and I'm
this.
seeing a majority of them this week. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm closest with one in particular. We all just get on very, very well. Like the group chat is going 24/7.
It was a lovely year.
Yeah.
Like a really, like, it's really, I don't like watching shows when everyone's going for each other.
Yeah.
And it was so nice to see how supportive everyone
I know,
was.
and everyone was genuinely really, really
Yeah.
nice. I just loved them all.
Beauty, someone has said, I need your curly girl hair routine. What do you do to keep
Ooh.
it tamed?
I use a lot of the Colour Wow products. Main go-to product is called Dream Coat.
Yeah.
I've tried
Because I have really, really frizzy hair, and if you saturate your hair with that, it keeps the frizz at bay.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend that one. And that's one thing I did miss in the jungle.
Yeah, I agree. You had it great.
Yeah.
What is your skincare routine, and would you recommend certain products? What was the skincare routine that they prized out of your hands?
So when I got perioral dermatitis, my skincare completely changed. I went back to like very simple skincare. I use like a CeraVe cleanser now because it's like good for sensitive skin. And then I use a lot of Tatcha products, a lot of Revive products. I don't really use toners, and I don't use an eye cream. I know everyone's like, you need to use an eye cream.
No, to you.
Yeah.
But okay.
Day and night.
Do you not think, sometimes I think like this, and maybe I shouldn't, but like, how does your face know that
It's under your eye.
that's meant to be for, like, why can't a moisturizer be used for an eye cream?
Yeah, great
Something to
question.
do with the skin being thinner under your eyes and the rest of your face.
So is an eye cream naturally thicker?
thinner.
Oh, you want thinner.
You don't want a
thinner.
thick product
see.
under your eye because your skin is thinner. So it has to be like slightly formulated differently than the moisturizer on your face, which is maybe naturally a bit more oily or something.
I
Maybe
agree
I
with you.
should
Like,
use
how
one.
different can it be?
I don't believe that it like rewinds the hands of time or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I think for me anyway, I feel better, dewier, more moisturized.
Oh, maybe I should try.
If I
But then
use
I
it.
also think, like, what did they do back in the day? They probably used fairy liquid on their face.
Yeah,
and
but
they
they
all
probably
looked
look
great.
shit.
Yeah.
But did they? Because people really didn't age.
How far back are we talking?
Well, I don't know. Like, when I look back at photos of my mum
Yeah.
when she was growing up, I'm like, fit.
Yeah, well, but
Like,
I
no
thought
wrinkles. She wasn't getting Botox and using 50 different thousand
true.
face
This is
skincare products.
what self-tan do you use, and what's your routine?
I get a spray tan now. I used to always do a self tan, but you know what? I think the spray tan is just easier and it's all even and it's the perfect shade and you don't have to worry. I'm not sure what brand she uses, but yeah, I think spray tans are just my go-to now.
Someone says, how do you deal with trolls?
I don't. I just kind of ignore because I'm like, I always look at it like they're not my family, they're not my friends. Like some people believe everything they read on the press, and I'm a bit like, do I care? Not really. When I first came off Love Island, I was a bit like, you are a fucking leaks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I think like I've grown up and I've got used to the industry where I'm a bit like, that's what they want. They're probably your biggest fan. The trolls are probably the ones that are your biggest fan, and they just want a reply.
Yeah.
They just want a response, and they've got nothing better going on in their life than sit there and comment on what you're wearing or what way you look or what you do, and they think they know everything, but they don't. They don't know me as a person. They've probably never met me, so I'm a bit like, jog on, you know?
When I did an interview with Olivia Outwood, she said that she's like, they don't come for me anymore because I used to go back at them so hard. She was like, if somebody wrote a mean comment, she was like, I would stalk their mum, I would stalk their employer.
This is another thing. When you do reply, like when I used to reply, the messages back would be like, I really love you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you just wanted a response. So I just don't jump on it and I don't waste my time.
I think half the time is because they're never expecting you to reply. So then when you do, they pretty much shit themselves.
Yeah, they do.
Thinking, oh my
They
God,
do.
Yeah.
I've upset her.
Yeah.
Actually, I love you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a weird
So
form of
stupid.
fandom.
But if I see anything, I'll just like, if it's somebody that's repetitive, I'll just mute it and
Yeah.
then I don't have to see it because I'm like,
Bye.
don't need that in my life.
Do you miss life before fame?
Weirdly, no. Like, my life is so different now, but in a really good way. Like, I've met so many amazing people. Like, I've started a new life over here. Like, obviously, I love Ireland and it will always be like my home. I guess with my career, I fell out of love with hairdressing. So I was a bit like, oh, what do I do? And then when I worked with Monster Energy, like, I did it for so long that I was like, I've done everything I can do in Monster. Like, I've achieved everything. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just loving it.
Good.
I really love it.
I read an interview with you this weekend and you said that when you started as a hairdresser, you just went in, like somebody said, can you do it? And you were like, yeah, but
Yeah.
you couldn't. Is
Oh,
that
really?
right?
You weren't
Yeah,
trained?
I lied and I said, yeah, I'm fully qualified, but I wasn't.
Imagine someone who'd never cut hair before being
I know.
unleashed on your
I
hair.
had like a trial day and I had to cut a girl's hair from here into like a graduated bob.
Yeah.
And the manager of the salon was watching over me and I was literally like,
But did you do it?
I did it and I got the job. I just winged it. And I
must
think
be
I'm still winging life right now.
You must be like an incredibly naturally talented hairdresser.
Yeah, you were destined at that
Yeah.
point to be a
I
hairdresser.
wouldn't go that far.
If this all goes tits up, you have a graduated bob career.
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
horizon. Someone has said, how do you speak so confidently? What's your key to confidence? Have you always been confident?
Yeah, and I think it's just like there's only one of you, so like you're so unique. Like nobody is you, and that's your superpower. And that's what I always say to people. Like I get a lot of DMs about, you know, self-confidence and stuff, and I always say the same thing: just own it, be you. Don't try and be anyone else. Like that is the worst thing you can do. Like because there is only one of you. So I think just love yourself.
Favorite song right now?
Ooh, I'm listening to an old song by Jessie Ware, Wildest Moments.
Okay.
Very good.
Why has it got you all of a sudden?
I'm not sure. But I listen to a lot of very sad type of songs.
Okay.
And my favourite, I don't know, have you ever heard of Ludovico Einaudi?
He's the one Georgie loves, the pianist.
Yes,
My God. Yeah, I could listen to him all day.
Interesting.
Yeah, my music taste is quite strange.
I had a fight with, not fight strong, but with friends this weekend talking about sad songs because one of them was saying that she doesn't she won't listen to a sad song.
Oh.
And we were trying to, but she does like a power ballad, and we were trying to identify
Okay.
songs that were not power ballads but that were also sad.
Oh.
Like, you've had a bad day. That one. I was like, that's
Right.
a sad song. It's not that sad.
See,
not
I
that
feel
sad.
no, I wouldn't find that wouldn't hit my soul.
No.
No.
Like I need them to hit me.
But then I
Yeah.
think that's like a ballady, right?
My husband listens to pretty much only sad songs.
But like what?
Female vocalists, and usually the words are like really sad
Deep.
and horrific and deep. Yeah.
Okay. Deep.
And I always say to him, why do you do that? Because he's also quite a pessimistic person. Why do you do that? Surely that's not nice. He goes, I actually don't listen to the words.
He's just not tuning in.
No.
Oh, see, I listen to every single word, but also I heard that people who listen to really sad songs, it's not that they're a sad person. They just they like to feel.
They like emotion.
Yeah, and I think that's maybe why I like it.
And I've heard a thing about that you either, with music, you're either a person who listens to the music or the lyrics. Like, I think I'm in the music,
Right.
not the...
Right.
I agree, I'm not sure
I'm
tuning
lyrics
into
for
it.
sure.
Yeah, I listen to every single goddamn word. I need to understand this whole song.
I was once on holiday and around, when they play music around the pool, it was in Turkey and they had maybe like 4 songs on repeat for this entire week. And Stan,
That would do my
that's
head
it was
in.
hell.
it was unbearable. And Stan by Eminem was one of them, which is obviously like the bleakest fucking song in the history of songs, like literally about this like fan killing himself.
Yeah.
And you're just like in this beautiful, big seascape, sunshine by the pool, and it's
Put your AirPods in.
Yeah, I mean, it was depressing as fuck.
Yeah.
Someone says, "Who's your celebrity crush?" If you got like a weird celebrity
Like
crush.
a man or...
Yeah.
Okay. I would definitely say Michelle Maroney. Oh.
Wait, who's that?
Who? You don't know who he
You
is?
don't know who that is either, though. Who is that?
Oh, you need to do your research.
Who is he?
He was in a movie. Did you just hear my voice go?
Your research.
Yes. He was in a movie called 365 Days.
Okay.
He's also a singer.
Yes.
Oh my God.
He is, I can confirm. He's that.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Also, I really like Jamie Dornan, but I only like him in the 50 Shades of Grey movies because when I watch him on interviews, because the character is so different, I think it's the character
Yeah.
I'm more into. Those two, yeah.
I think Jamie Jordan is most people's celebrity crush.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Yeah. He's not like a weird one.
He's
though.
Irish.
No,
He's Irish.
not weird.
How is he Irish?
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, yeah.
Okay, final question. Somebody has said, if you could give one piece of advice to aspiring reality TV stars, what would it be?
Be yourself. If you go onto a reality show and you're trying to be someone that you've previously watched, don't bother. I would say go in and be your authentic self. It's the best thing to do.
I've got a reminder here to subscribe, please, if you're enjoying it so far. Okay, we're going to talk about Hot Topic now. Maya, yours is not that hot.
It's not that hot.
Dry
it's
Jan.
actually quite
It's pretty dry,
bleak,
to be
sad,
honest. Yeah.
dry. Yeah. Dry Jan. I'm doing Dry Jan. I do it every year, I have to say. But I always struggle every year.
Are you struggling right now?
I am struggling a little bit.
Get her a drink.
right now.
I've never done dry Jan.
Have you never? I am enjoying it. This week was the biggest test because I went to my families and like every occasion is a lunch or a dinner and it's always like red wine, 4 bottles of red
booze
wine.
on the
yeah.
table.
It's quite hard on a Sunday lunch to not.
Really hard. But I sat there and I had a very good non-alcoholic. It's called Petivo Spritz.
Yeah, I had that this weekend.
Oh.
It's actually very good. But is anyone else giving up anything for Jan?
I also am doing Dry January. I talked about it on the podcast last week, but I got so shit-faced on New Year's Eve that I was like, that's it. I need to just not, I blacked out. I was like, we're taking a pause here. And actually, I really like it. I've never taken this long off alcohol before, so nearly 2 weeks. And the whole of the last few months, pre-Christmas, I feel like every week I was having to actively find the gaps to not drink. It would get to a Sunday and I'd be like, hey, what nights this week am I not drinking because I'm out here and I'm out there? Or like if I'm cooking, I want like, it was so hard to find the time to not drink that actually I quite like the fact that I don't have to stress about it now. And I'm just not drinking for a few weeks.
Fair.
That feels better.
Yeah.
Maura?
No, I went out the other night and came in at 6 a.m. So yeah.
Where did you go?
I just went into central London and I ended up in a strip club. So yeah, that's my dry Jan. It's
dry
going
Jan.
very well, guys.
Do you have any other resolutions?
No. I'm just like, why? I'm a
think
bit
it's the way
like,
to
I
be.
kind of think of it like, oh God, like I could be gone tomorrow. It's probably a shit way of looking at life,
don't
but
think so, too.
I don't want to give up something that I love and then like, God forbid something happens to me in a few days' time or a week's time or a month's time and I'm like, I spent my last few weeks not doing what I love.
Doing what we're doing.
Yeah, that's very
Am I
at
like
home every
convincing you to get a drink right now?
when you put it like that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and that's
fair.
probably, and I get it's not the way everyone thinks, but yeah, that's kind of
No,
my
I think
outlook.
that's probably a really good way to live life.
Yeah, I agree. Mine purely came out of December being so heavy and Christmas in particular when you're going around family and friends.
It is a
constantly.
lot, isn't it?
And you wake up every morning and then I'm like, I'm not going to drink today. And then 12 o'clock hits
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, yeah, please got the bubble.
And I
Yeah,
see
you
it
just
on my
want the
face.
detox, don't
Yeah.
you?
Exactly. You've also got the Traitors on here. You watching
yeah.
the Traitors?
I'm not. I think I only watched one season before, and I think it might have been the very first one. I'm not sure which one, but no, I've not watched it.
Oh, I wanted to have a chat to see if anyone had like a strategy that they would go in with, whether you'd be a faithful or a...
Well,
Is the other one called Traitor?
Really?
I'd have to be a faithful, I think, because
I
because
thought
I'm
you
a
would say traitor.
No, because I think I'd like to be a traitor, but I think people would figure me out. Like, look at me in the
would be straight
jungle.
up.
Colleen Rooney worked me out. No, I was lying immediately.
Yeah.
So I think I'd have to be a faithful.
I also think that this year people are doing what you've advised not to do, which is that they've like seen the format and they're sort of playing the game. They're thinking too much. They're like they're trying to beat the game or the reality show, and it's like you can't do that. And they're sort of tripping over themselves because of that.
I totally agree. That's what I think my strategy would be, to be a faithful and to not be the person that's constantly trying to rally the troops and figure out what the situation and dupe other people, because they do just, you immediately look guilty,
You have to do less
Yeah.
on that show.
and you're not really as clever as you think you are.
No.
So you're probably not going to figure it out. I think I'd just kind of have a nice time.
I saw a thing the other day that said that they were talking about how it's a real nightmare for the producers, that show, because basically the good people get weeded out first. The people with the biggest personalities or the most intelligent or whatever get weeded because they are those people that are kind of the big characters, so people suspect them.
Yeah.
And then actually you're left with like the duds who are just a bit quiet, and then how do you make
So
good
you're
TV
probably
out of them?
better going in there and being I don't know if I could do that, but be the quiet person.
And then evolve.
Yeah.
And then
the show goes on.
as it goes on, I think.
See, I don't think. Do you reckon you guys would be good, like with tactics? Like, because I'd be just like
No.
going in there being myself, and then I'd get caught out immediately.
I think me too. I'm like you. I would just chat, and everyone would be like, "She's so annoying,
Yeah.
she can go."
And
Yeah,
you'd say-
she's trying too hard. Get her out.
Yeah. She's just so loud. She must be overcompensating for something. Just me.
Yeah.
I think you'd be quite a good traitor.
Quite a lot of people have said that about me, but then I don't know what that really means.
Yeah, is that? An
I think
insult?
it's because you're like sweet and like people would be like, no, she wouldn't lie to us.
They-
Yeah,
Yeah.
you present as sweet, but you can't. There's more
Yeah.
going on there. Okay, Maura, you went to see Adele last week
I did.
in Vegas.
It was just before I flew to Australia
Oh, okay.
to see her show in Vegas. Incredible.
Really?
Incredible. First time seeing her. Actually, no, I did see her at the Brits one year, but I think she only sang like one song, maybe two. But wow, her show is incredible.
Is she still going?
I think it's done, and
Yeah.
I've heard that she's going to take like a really long break, which is such a shame.
Yeah, shame. You had linked a New York Times article that was analysing the fact that she has only worn black dresses for the entirety of the... It's been a long time, this Vegas residency, hasn't it? A year or so.
I think that's why
Yeah.
she's going to have a really long break. Like during the show, she's really funny.
Yeah.
And she did a lot of chatting in between the songs, and she was saying, I just can't wait to lie in my bed for a week with a bottle of red wine. And I was like,
Yeah.
God, I love her.
So normal.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just so normal and humble, and yeah, I mean, and she looks incredible.
Insane.
does.
Absolutely insane. What was the
yeah.
best song?
I couldn't choose. I mean, like, I think I videoed every single song. Like, my phone was ready to die.
Yeah.
And I kept going, okay, I'm going to wait for a one that I really, really like. And then another one would come on, and I go, oh, I love this song. Yeah, and she walked down and kind of walked by us
Amazing.
and kind of spoke a little bit. And she's she's just so real.
Yeah.
And I think that's why everyone loves her.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So talented. Well, the black dress thing was interesting because they were talking about how black dresses are back. She's worn over 50 over the course of this show. I think I've seen so many clips and I hadn't even noticed that they were different dresses. I sort of would assume you'd have one costume for the whole
Yeah, but I suppose it's not a costume, is it?
No, I guess it's not. Yeah.
She's just singing.
But they were saying that, so Tag Walk, they're like a resource for fashion kind of data, and they quoted in this article that there was an 800% rise in long black dresses on the runway between, I think it was autumn-winter 23 and autumn-winter 24.
Wow.
So Adele's setting the trend.
Go on, Adele.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a little black dress, can you? Because you can just style it up so different.
100%.
You can wear it day, wear it night,
Exactly.
whatever.
There was one pictured in this that she was wearing that was like an off the shoulder, and it had these like big kind of taffeta blue.
I seen it.
Amazing.
Oh, love.
Amazing. Any other Vegas recommendations?
I mean, I've been to Vegas a lot. I mean, it's crazy out there. I also seen Christina Aguilera. How good does she look lately?
Oh my God.
Oh my
I don't know what she's
God.
done.
Aged backwards.
Yeah.
Her
and
show
Lindsay
was
Lohan.
also incredible.
Really?
All her old songs are just so iconic. Like, you can't help but get up and try and do all the moves. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Vegas is Vegas. It's crazy. I mean, you're going to have a good time, you know?
Yeah. Can I recommend a film?
Yes.
I saw A Real Pain this weekend, which is the Jesse Eisenberg, Kieran Culkin film that's out at the moment. So this, I'm going to bring the tone down massively. But it's basically, so written, directed, produced, and starring Jesse Eisenberg. And it is about two cousins who are reconnecting. They used to be best friends. They've drifted, and their grandmother has just passed away. She left them some money to go on a trip to Poland, where she was originally from, in order to retrace kind of the family lineage and also do a tour of concentration camps and the kind of Holocaust sites in and around Poland. It sounds really heavy.
I love movies like that.
But it sort of isn't. Like it's Kieran Culkin, who's people will know from Succession, is like the absolute star of the show. He's been nominated for supporting actor. He won a Golden Globe last week for the best supporting actor. I actually think he's more the star. It's kind of about him. Okay. But it's sort of, the Poland stuff is kind of going on in the background. Like, it's obviously part and parcel of it, but actually it's used as a vehicle to kind of talk about life and family and relationships and struggles and kind of what suffering looks like and how you kind of can suffer in like the first world and sort of how valid our suffering is when there's been real suffering like that, blah, blah. Anyway, raises a lot of questions, but is really funny, like really laugh out loud funny, a lot of kind of pathos. It's really good. I highly recommend it.
Where's it on?
Cinemas.
Oh, it's in cinema.
It's in cinemas right now. It's only 90 minutes as well. It's not one of these like 4-hour numbers.
And just,
really good.
It's new in, right?
New in.
Okay.
Exactly. Out now.
Weird that I didn't hear of that.
Yeah. You'll see it everywhere now. So
I'll watch that.
It was really, really good. Best celeb moment of the week, Maura?
Oh, Zendaya. Golden Globes.
Amazing.
Wow. That hair, dress.
Amazing.
She just never does wrong.
No, she
Like,
doesn't.
she changes her style so much. I think the following day she was doing an interview and she had like her hair like really long dark and a ponytail with a fringe. And I was like, what a woman.
Yeah. Transformation.
What a woman.
She's
like,
insane.
how? She just, yeah, I'm just obsessed.
I also love that she's engaged to Tom Holland, who, like, when you see interviews of them, like, she presents as this like insanely glamorous, like Beyonce style woman, and then when you see them together, like, she's
like a little
goofy
girl.
and
They're like
Yeah.
children.
like,
Yeah.
goofy chill girl. It's crazy.
Yeah.
She's
That's
so
really
I
good.
think
lovely,
she
doesn't
can
it?
definitely put on the sexy,
Yeah.
you know?
She's an actress.
Yeah, she's, incredible.
Yeah. He does such an amazing job with her, doesn't he?
Have you seen videos of them together? They've almost morphed into the same person. Like, their mannerisms are identical.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok of that, showing all these times when they like do exactly the same things at the same time.
Also, did you see the video of they were getting out of a car together and he like kind of snapped at the paparazzi because they were getting too much on top of her? I was like,
he like goes,
nah.
it's hot. It's
oh
so
my
hot.
God,
He
we all
goes
need
back-
a man like that.
He literally goes back to get her, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was like, that is so attractive.
He kind of walks away from her and she gets engulfed and he literally comes back to get her. The version of that my friends and I always talk about, this is so rad. Were you on the Love Island series with Ovi?
Yeah.
Okay, so that girl India, do you remember Ovi was dating that girl India?
Yeah.
And some fight breaks out. There's like beef going on around
Wait.
her. And Ovi, I don't know, I can't remember who else was involved.
Right.
And Ovi walks over to her and basically just takes her hand and picks
Pulls
her
her
up and just
out.
extracts her from the situation without saying anything. And we're like,
Oh,
hot.
Yeah. There's something so attractive when your partner can just protect you like that.
Yeah.
And you feel protected. That is probably the most attractive thing.
And just like silently, just like same with Tom Holland, he just comes back and
I
gets
think
her
I
and, like,
watched that video like about 25 times in a row. I was like, oh my God. And then I was like sending it to all my friends going, nah, what a man.
what a man.
What a man.
Have you seen, Hodge was just reminding us of the dance that they did that, you know that show Lip Sync Battle?
Yeah.
Have
yeah.
you ever seen his?
I'd
With
love
Yes,
to do that
yes.
lip sync battle.
It's so fun. His is like
Umbrella.
He does
He does
Umbrella.
Umbrella by Rihanna, yeah.
Have you seen this?
No.
Oh my God. He wears like a sexy female outfit. He's in
Right.
like lingerie. He's the most insane. You will die because if you think he's hot from the like
Yeah.
extraction thing, like it's so
It's like
sexy.
Rain on stage. He's
But he's-
throwing
he's
himself
an
onto the
insane-
Wait,
floor.
so he just puts
dancer.
it on and
Yeah.
what really?
He was in Billy Elliot when he was little.
Right.
It's hot. It's hot. Hodge is in the background.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's hot. It's really hot. yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a celeb moment?
Mine is actually the same as yours.
Wait, which one? Spidey.
Spidey.
For context, obviously, we should say this is in and amongst terrible context, which is the wildfires going on in LA,
yeah.
which are obviously like beyond awful, so terrible. I want to just focus on one niche part of it, which is Spencer and Heidi of The Hills fame, who obviously kind of, I don't know, is famous the right word? Notorious. They're quite prolific TikTokers anyway.
Yeah,
aren't
they are.
Like,
Yeah.
they're-
I mean, he
they-
vlogs like 7 times a day.
does
or
he?
something crazy.
He's
Yeah.
never popped up for me until this weekend.
He makes a lot of TikTok content.
And although I saw he made a funny one this weekend, which was kind of fighting back against the trolls, because he was like, every article I've read about myself in the last 5 years has been that like, I'm a nobody, I'm worth nothing, I've got £10 in my bank account. He's like, now that my house is burnt down, all anyone's saying to me is like, you're a celebrity, you've got loads of money, you must be fine. He was like, so
my God.
thanks. Yeah, he was like, if you could just let the Daily Mail know that actually I'm really wealthy, that would be great.
How
Thank you so
quickly
much.
it changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, what we go on, you can explain what's happened.
Their house obviously burnt down. They fled. Both of them have been posting about it on TikTok. They're kind of using it. Are they using it, or the audience, viewers, whoever have used it to create this narrative? But Heidi had a album that was released probably 10 years ago.
Who knew?
Ages ago. It never even saw the day of light. Like nobody knew it happened. Now it's at #1 chart because
She's number what? She's top of the iTunes
top
chart.
of the iTunes
Wait,
chart.
Heidi Montag.
just from the fire?
Yeah, because everyone's saying everyone listened to her song and will basically rebuild their home for them because she'll be #1.
Yeah.
Charting
So
on
like the TikTok people are like the TikTok people.
I know.
Followers on TikTok are like clubbing together to use her sound, make it a trending sound, and
Which
now
has
she's
happened over the weekend.
to like give her some like a leg up.
Crazy.
What? The power of the internet.
Power of the internet is wild. And Pitbull's production or whoever agency are considering him doing like a cameo in her new, if she does a new single.
Pitbull will be on Heidi Montag's.
This is
new
what
single.
Spencer's campaigning for
Wow.
on TikTok. And everyone's saying that he's basically spinning it into a pitch for a new Netflix series.
Okay.
Like them rebuilding their life in the hills since the fire.
To be fair, that's quite interesting.
So this is actually, although it's absolutely horrific for them, has brought them a lot of fame and attention. And also, actually, very nicely, people are saying a lot online how like caring and loving she's coming across with her family, and how the kids all seem like they've been brought up really well, because instead of like freaking out and crying all the time, the children, they're all very calm and everyone's like giving her a lot of credit to her mothering, which I think is
Nice.
very
Yeah,
lovely.
that is good.
Yeah.
Also, like they're still together. Who
Yeah,
would
they
have
are.
predicted that?
Yeah.
My other celeb moment of the week was Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner at the Golden Globes.
Oh.
I'm a bit obsessed with them, and I
too.
just have so many questions. Like I want to know what they talk about.
Me
I
too.
know.
And like I kind of obsessed
They're
with both of
together
them.
quite a while, aren't they?
Yeah, a few
Like
years,
a few
right?
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I really love them both, but I just don't know what. I just don't see it together. I don't know.
Yeah, you would never put them together.
wouldn't.
But then when you see them together like
They do
that, they
suit.
suit
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
Demi
Moore.
Moore
Oh,
is
yeah.
ignoring Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you see
Yeah.
it from both angles as well?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't watched
No,
it.
I've
Yeah.
seen it from both angles, and I was like, oh no, she actually really did.
Yeah, she did.
Really?
Yeah, why though?
She
Kylie's
speaks
like,
to-
she comes across so sweet.
So
Yeah,
nice,
she did,
I
and she
agree.
really tried, didn't she? She like a number of times
Yeah, and
was
then
like,
her face, it was her face. She was literally like fixing her hair, and she kept going like,
yeah, to make eye
Or
contact.
to try and be friends with her. Oh.
but she tried to speak to her, and she just was ignoring her and talking to.
completely. She spoke to one of the
Awkward.
Fanning sisters. I can't remember which one.
Elle was the one that Kylie was sat with.
So she
Yeah.
spoke to Elle and then sort of like naturally turned her head, and Kylie being her eye line, and she like on purpose sort of like went like that so not to speak to her, moved across and spoke to then Timothee. and completely ignored her.
And Kylie, you could see like that she was like, am I seeing things here? Or is she actually ignoring me?
I feel like Hollywood are quite mean to Kylie Jenner because
Yeah.
there was that whole thing. Do you remember with last year, was it at the Golden Globes, where Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez were like whispering something? What lip readers thought it was that Kylie Jenner had said like that Selena couldn't have a photo with Timothee or something.
Yeah. Oh, but TikTokers are stupid as well, though, to be honest. Half of it isn't true, is it?
Also, did you see that TikTok's going to be banned in America? Is that actually true?
At the moment, it's like actually happening. Like Trump was trying to kind of make it not happen, but at the moment, there's absolutely nothing that's going to stop it happening.
But
which
that's
is really
like
sad.
a lot of people's careers.
Massively.
Like, no, that is so sad.
And also, it's where like the vast majority of the entertainment's coming from. I'm like, this isn't going to be as fun without Americans.
We wouldn't have seen any of that. The
This
Golden
is true.
Globes if we didn't have TikTok.
So true. If you want to bring in some British people to come and report, you know where SheerLuxe is. We've got a juicy dilemma to finish on. Somebody has said, my friend has recently got married to her partner. We were on a girls' night out and I saw her get with another man. I'm not sure what to do because she swore for us not to say anything, but it feels wrong to keep it from him.
But wait, is she friends with him as well?
Well, she hasn't said.
But I would just say that she's your girlfriend, so you need to have her back. She's your friend.
Your loyalties lie with the girl.
Well, yeah, like if one of my girlfriends tell me a secret, or any of my friends tell me a secret, or I seen something that I'm not meant to say, like my loyalties are with them, and my mouth is shut. It's none of my business. It's not my place.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I think you probably need to speak to your friend and check what's going on at home with her.
Yeah.
If she's playing away.
True, because actually maybe the husband's being horrible.
You never know, do you?
Horrible.
Yeah. Have your friends back first and have a girly chit chat. What's going on?
Yeah. But then imagine if you go, and I'm not saying, I completely agree with you, but imagine a scenario where you then have to like all go out for dinner and
Together.
the husband's there.
Yeah.
And you just have to
And you
pretend
have a
everything's
few
normal.
too many and you blurt it out.
Yeah, well, don't do
God,
that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But just how awkward.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one because obviously, imagine if she's friends with the actual couple.
Yeah.
Like, where do you go there?
Don't know.
She should really sit her down and like, offer some advice and whatever.
I agree. Have the chat. Okay, this isn't a dilemma per se, but somebody has asked what to wear to a friend's 30th cocktail party. What would you wear? I mean, that's quite vague, but what would you wear?
A cute cocktail dress.
Duh.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time of year is it? Is it right now?
Let's assume it's now.
Could wear midi.
You could wear a midi.
wear
I was going to say
black dress?
I was
Black
going to
midi
say
dress.
maxi, floor length, like a turtleneck situation with long sleeves.
Ooh, I like that.
Like very tight, maybe just a bit of rouge.
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like that
nice.
would
Yeah,
be
that's-
lush. Yes, bangles over the
Quite
sleeve.
Hailey Bieber.
I think that would be
Have you seen a dress like that?
There is a Skims one, but it doesn't have like a ruching on the side, which I would quite like.
I feel like it sounds really nice, but it's in your head.
It's in my head. Yeah, I don't know where
yeah,
it sits.
no.
That's totally in my head.
I feel
yeah.
like Naked have that kind of dress.
I think I have Googled it, and there are ones that exist.
Okay.
Club L in particular seem to make a lot,
I don't know that brand.
but I haven't found the one that's like perfect. But if I was going to something in January, that's exactly what I would wear.
Because you do it because you want to be cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be freezing cold.
No.
Have you got a go-to dress that is like your like number one, like don't know what to wear?
No. If I've something coming up, I literally like just root on the internet and I'm like, okay, like, and it has to be something that I'm in the mood to wear. I might see something that I absolutely love, but I'd be like, I'm not in the mood to wear that for that night.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have a go-to. I always change my look so much. So yeah, I like to switch it up.
What's your favourite look you've ever worn? Like a red carpet look?
I really loved my look from the Pride of Britain last year.
What was
Like
it?
it was really different. I did like a really, really short little bob with some detail on my forehead. And it was just black off the shoulders. It was like a velvet, really tight, like the dents I had in my stomach when I
really?
took it off. But I wanted it snatched.
Yeah.
And just really nice jewellery. It was very like Hollywood. Or it was just, yeah, my favourite. And I love to change my style. I love to do like pixie short hair and then might do really long hair or even a wig like blonde, or I just love changing up my look. And I like to take risk.
Yeah.
I won't just stay like, oh, I don't know, like in case people don't like it, I'll do it. I'll take the risk.
Fun.
Yeah.
Just to finish, anything on your wish list right now?
Because I'm really liking the brown suede, I did see a really nice Prada brown little bag, and it was around Christmas time, and I was like doing shopping for other people, and I was like, why have I ended up in the store looking for myself? But we all do it. And I looked at it for so long, and it was just such a nice bag. Like it had a little buckle on around the top. It was the girl told me that it was new season, and she was like, it won't be in for long. And she was like, once this is gone, it's gone. And I'm like, are you just telling me that?
Yeah.
So I
You
spend
tried
all
to
my
make me
money.
buy it, yeah.
And I didn't buy it. And I've been thinking about it ever since. And I'm like, oh, but do I really need another handbag? Not really.
I know, but who never ever really needs anything?
I know.
I have one on my wish list,
Okay.
a handbag.
Do tell.
I really want the new Bottega, the square one with the woven ones,
Yeah.
with the little
Oh,
handle
nice.
in
Yeah.
chocolate brown.
Yeah. It's a
That
really
is like
good
my
bag.
dream bag right now.
Yeah.
Really good bag.
So lush.
Yeah.
And I would quite like a Miu Miu bag this year, actually.
Lot of good brown Miu Miu.
Yeah.
knocking
I
about.
like Miu Miu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cute. What about you?
Well, I talked about this in the podcast last week. I've got a load of bags to sell. I'm going to sell
Right.
my old bags, and then I also would like a new Bottega. I don't know
Nice.
what, that square one is stunning.
It's so nice. And I
It's a
feel
really
like
good
it's good for day and night.
Yeah.
Like the not the mini, the one slightly up
Yeah.
from it. Perfect size.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Too many bags, not enough time. I think we'll leave it there. Maura, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
What fun. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maya, also. And thank you for listening. If you have any feedback at all, please do email podcast@SheerLuxe.com. We love hearing from you. Don't forget also to send us your dilemmas there or look out for the question box on social every week. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. And please also do rate and review. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.